All right, what's up, Trash Talkers? Here we are with your Thursday NFL and UFC pick'em. Now, we got Bill the Mad Russian and we got Trigger Joe Britson on the show. However, they are not going to do their competition this week. Their competition still has the Mean Fister with a 1-point advantage. The King of Battle still reigns supreme. However, they have agreed not to pick the fights this week on the challenge. In fact, they're just going to give you their parlay so that you can make some money. Apparently, this fight card is just too damn easy. After their picks, I will give you my NFL picks and my locks. I hit all of my locks last week, so therefore I am now 16 for 20. My
Nick,
locks.
I'm to the point where I don't even care if they believe us anymore. This is one of the last times you're going to see this shit for free. Someone's going to pick us up, and you're going to pay for it for the rest of our time.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's coming.
I mean, I don't know why I tag my bookie, I tag CBS Sports, I tag Bob Menry, who's got his own thing now. I tag all these guys. I'm like, they're watching it. They're probably using our picks on how they're making money now. So maybe I got to stop tagging and just and I keep saying, I'm like, why not listen to Warriors talk about people fighting?
Touche.
Probably going to tell you who's really mean and who's not. And then again, we just got our TikTok fans, so check us out on TikTok. I don't know how this shit works, but I'm funny, so it looks funny on TikTok.
Bill's all over it.
Bill's trying. I noticed I posted a video about 4 hours after him and passing up and views in about 36 seconds.
I would like to say I still had the most likes, so
yeah, that's true.
Probably because I'm a fister.
That's true, but it was also on there longer, and but again, the views and the forward swipes are what you're looking for. And
Nick's never gonna win in likes, Bill. But the problem is people that hate him are gonna watch him anyways to see what the hell he says next.
Exactly. All right, so without further ado, why don't we go with the UFC picks and who's gonna win, how are they gonna win, and how are you gonna make money? So, Joe, lead us off.
You got kind of a turkey shoot here with this fight. If you know what you're doing, it's one of those fights one of those fight cards that really shapes up. And I'm actually switching over to it on my phone as we speak. I got my picks in front of me, but the main event was supposed to be Cody Garbrandt. Perez steps in. Mike Perez likes to tattoo the legs up. And that might be the only question with Davis, whether he even gets bothered. But this guy's got the highest knockdown percentage in the active UFC. He's actually almost in UFC history. For a small guy, he's got dynamite. And Bill and I both are going Davis inside of 5 rounds. Depends on where you're betting at. Some people might say 2.5. I still like under 2.5. I don't like this kid being locked in a cage with him for 10 minutes, let alone 25. So that's one of them. Shevchenko's a huge favorite. Bill knows that. I won't roll through the whole card if you don't want me to yet. But if Bill, if you want to chime in on any of these, Perry and Means. Bill, let's get your opinion on that one.
So as you guys know, Joe and I talk about this stuff a lot. We agree that this is going to be Means. Especially since Perry, honestly, he's got too much stuff going on outside of the ring.
He's got a very pregnant girlfriend that's his corner man also.
Yeah. Pregnant girlfriend is a corner man that he fired his old manager. He's going through court problems.
He knocked out a 263-year-old man at the bar.
Yeah. So we both agree that he's took this fight because he needs lawyer money. and Means is going to come in and whoop his ass. For sure.
I mean, don't take my advice, fight fans, but I might bet against these guys, the experts on this one, because this sounds like a guy who's just a wreck and just could go in there.
He's an absolute maniac.
Violate all kinds of rules.
He's Shaner absolutely blitz drunk 24/7. That's what this Mike Perry is nuts. But Tim Means is a grizzled veteran. He's a lot taller. He's bigger. He's got the reach, and he's been in wars. Very technical, breaks people down. Perry's got those. I heard a guy say, had a really good point. He said, Perry used to have that hook power, that one punch power. He goes, who's holding pads for this guy? His girlfriend? You're not torquing as much power. And he goes, and you need to keep hitting that hook as hard as you can in sparring, in practice, in hitting pads to have that snap on it when you actually hit somebody, because otherwise muscle memory is not going to remember that punch. And guy was like, his girlfriend's holding pads for him. I don't think he's got the power to knock out Tim Means, because Mike Perry decisions people a lot for as mean as he is.
Yeah.
But I see Means boxing his ears off to a decision on this one.
See, in for that fight, I would do it a money line bet, but I wouldn't make it part of any of my parlays.
Nope. Nope. Agreed.
Now, if you're doing like a real cheap parlay, go for it. But if you're putting real money down on this, I wouldn't put it as one of my parlays. This card's got too many easy fights. Like Joe mentioned the Shevchenko fight. Maya's walking into a buzzsaw. She's already talked about how she wants to duke it out with Shevchenko.
Wrong.
First of all, Shevchenko is one of the few females, and Trash Talkers heard me talk about it. She's one of the few females that sleeps people. When she fought Jessica Ai, they thought that she might have done permanent brain damage. I mean, she damn near kicked her head off her shoulders.
You guys need to listen to Bill on this one, because I think Shevchenko may possibly be a Russian spy.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's a cyborg or what, but she's like the perfect fighter.
And again, people forget
a black
that
belt, and
she's got more submissions
than
she's got more submissions than TKOs.
Yep, this girl wants to
that her
stand up and do
knockouts
that
are so
pseudo box
vicious.
style with
That's
her.
what
You're
hangs-
going to get sniped.
Yeah. It's just that her knockouts are so vicious. That's what people harp on. But she's got more submissions. She's got a mean ground game.
Yeah.
So obviously Shevchenko is part of your parlay. If you want to earn a multiplier, I put her. I mean, right now, if you go on my bookie, you're looking at you can go for under 2.5. I'm willing to bet that, to be honest with you. I think Maya's going to.
Does it show on my bookie?
For 3 rounds?
Does it show on my bookie when you actually take that multiplier? Does it show what her odds are at that?
Yeah, so if you do it under 2.5, it's a plus 100 for plus under 2.5. I would take that bet. But if you're going to do a parlay, like a 6-fight parlay, like I did, I'll tell you what my 6-fight parlay was. You do straight money line Shevchenko all day. Shevchenko's going to end her. It's just a guess of what round it's going to be in. I mean, Maya might try to run for 3 rounds, but she's going to sleep or tapping for sure.
And then let's look at the main event, which is Figueiredo, whatever that guy's name is. Some guy who just decided to throw a bunch of fucking vowels in his name, and then Alex Perez. So who do we got on that one? What's the story on that one?
Davison Figueiredo. I'll say his name right just in case anybody important's listening to it.
You tell him to come see me. I'm undefeated.
Nick doesn't give a shit. Yeah, right. That's true. Retired 1-0.
Oh, if we're talking about street fighting, I've taken some L's and I've also taken some W's. So
no shit. I think Nick's taken an L outside of a Brewers game one time. I think I heard that story.
I took a
Brewers Dodgers, was it?
No, that was gosh, I think it was Astros. But I took a win at a Baltimore Ravens game, Packers Ravens game. I took a big win. I'll talk about that one later. I don't want to get off topic yet.
I think it was Tanner that knocked him out outside the Astros game.
No, that wouldn't happen. He'd probably have to pull his pants up before he got into a fight because he'd trip over him sagging down like he wears them. That's all right, Tanner. I still love you.
Good Lord. I didn't know that about him.
But hey, Figueiredo for the win for sure. Again, these are small guys. So what makes the difference with Figueiredo, he's one of those small guys that packs a middleweight punch. Now, don't get me wrong. Perez is a bad man too. I think his mistake is going to be he's going to try to come in and duke it out with him.
Yeah, that's his problem. He's going to try and
get
stand.
rocked.
Yeah,
he's going to get rocked by a little dude who hits really hard.
And the thing with Figueiredo is, he's not a volume striker, and he's not a big combo striker. He's more of a Chuck Liddell striker.
Yeah,
he throws. He throws J-dams, and when he's got the highest knockdown percentage in the UFC right now, one of the highest in UFC history. So when
So
he hits
if-
people that are his size, they can't take it.
So again, on my bookie, you're looking at the multipliers under 1.5. I don't know if I'll take that bet, but I'll do a money line Figueredo all day.
Yeah.
I think Perez might know what he's walking into, and he might hold off for about a round and a half. So I wouldn't take the multiplier bet, but if you're going to do a parlay, money line Figueredo all day.
Yeah, when Vegas moves it down to 1.5, it's because Vegas knows what's going to happen. They just don't know exactly when, and they don't want you to get too cocky. And I guarantee the action was heavy on under 2.5, and that changed it. And they know what's happening. and so should you. Davis and Figueredo it by TKO, and I almost like 1.5, but get sneaky and dance around and run, you can do that for 2 rounds. So, yeah, that's a little dangerous, but money line all day.
All right, for the degenerate gamblers out there, and then the first-time gamblers, just remember nothing's for sure in gambling. Like I said, I went with one of Joe's expert picks, and I think we had a 9-teamer, and I lost by 1 round on one of the picks. So I hit 8
Should've
of
went
the
with the
9.
fister.
And well, I don't think you were involved in that one. I think that was one of the weeks
It
you
was
were off. It wasn't a
Bobby
good fight card.
freaking Green.
Green, yeah.
I hope your face still hurts, Bobby Green, because you
Yeah,
cost
because
us
you cost me
3,800.
$700. You cost me $700.
I know the fight you're
3,800.
talking about too. I know that fight you're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, son of a.
So, anyways, for you degenerates that don't want to hear these guys talk anymore, I love listening to it because it gives me more perspective. But the guys are like, damn it, get to the point. What's my parlay? So, Bill, what's your parlay for Saturday? What's your money maker? You got to unmute yourself. You're having technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Short rounds.
So, hey,
Short rounds.
I did a 6-fight parlay. I'll be posting it all day Saturday. How I did, so everyone can see firsthand. I did a 6-fight money line parlay. Later on, I'll post what I'm going to probably do a 3-4-fight parlay, and I'll add some multipliers. But for the degenerate gamblers, if you want to for sure win money, here's my 6-fight parlay, straight money line. Valentina Shevchenko, Louis Koski, Kyle Dawkins, Figueredo, Buckley, and Cynthia Calvillo, which she'll be fighting Chukagian. The reason why I went with her is, for UFC fans out there, Chukagian is the one that had her rib broke recently. There's no way that's healed already. And she's fighting a brawler who I know is going to target that thing. So 6-fight money line parlay. Shevchenko, Koski, Dawkins, Figueredo, Buckley, and Calvillo for sure will win you money. And then later on, I will give you my 2 3-fight parlays with multipliers.
All right, so check us out on Facebook, Veteran Trash Talk, and that's where he'll post that, or on Instagram, and maybe he'll even do a TikTok because he's pretty good at those videos now. Joe, how are people going to make money?
You know, there's a fight on here, Bill, that no one's talking about. And I don't know why, because it's 2 pretty entertaining light heavyweights. And that's Shogun and Paul Craig. I can't believe that Shogun is. I can't believe he's still fighting, and it's incredible. He hasn't been embarrassing, but he's losing this fight. Okay,
Here's
Paul
the thing
Craig,
with that.
go ahead.
And I agree with you. I think Craig's going to win that fight, but when I'm telling other guys to bet money and girls, you can never count Shogun out because he is as tough as woodpecker lips. And he's that guy that'll ruin a parlay because he's just tough. So if you're going to do one bet and a money line bet, I'd take Dan Craig all day. I would not put it in a parlay, though.
So, Joe, what's your parlay? How you winning money? It's okay if you disagree. That's okay. That's what we're here for. We can have bragging rights.
That's all right. That's all right because the Dawkins fight's not on here. I stayed away from that for different reasons, but that's all right. I'm actually taking Craig by decision. So if you want to parlay the decision, you can, but go straight money line on that. It's still good money. I think he's like a minus 160 favorite. Cavillo, and this is straight money line. Shevchenko by finish. So you put both those in. If it's depending on where you're betting, I got Shevchenko going inside the distance. Daniel Rodriguez is another one that not a lot of people are talking about, and this kid's a wrecking ball. I got him finishing his fight. So you can go Daniel Rodriguez money line or step up and get KO. Koski, just like Bill's got, I've got Koski, a very heavily likely to end this fight by knockout. Big boys, heavy hands. And
I'll be surprised if Koski leaves the first round.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, Nick, I'm just giving the most likely finishes. I haven't put my parlays in because if we're not doing it on the show, I actually wait till like weigh-ins and then make bets. But these are the ones I had earlier this week. I haven't wavered, and I'm not gonna waver. Davidson, Figueiredo, Perry and Means. I'm gonna stay away from that on my parlays, but I do like Tim Means as a money line bet. But that's it. And Joaquin Buckley, the kid he's fighting, Jordan Wright's got a lot of hype coming in, but I don't think he's fought the same kind of competition. I got Joaquin Buckley and most likely finishing that fight. That guy's the one with the viral spinning back kick that I think Kanye West dropped a song about.
Nice. You want to sing it for us, or we save that for Dave?
No, that's 100% Dave because it's Europeanly weird. And that's Dave's category.
All right, so hey, pay attention to our Facebook page. These guys will post their parlays on Friday or Saturday, depending on when the weigh-ins are. Are the weigh-ins on Friday?
They are tomorrow. Yeah,
they are tomorrow. So hey, pay attention. Watch out for them. We'll have them post it, and that way we can try to make all you trash talkers some money. Now, on to what everybody is watching for. It's the Big Earl, right? There's probably I think Joe's wife's watching on her phone, and she'll be done when Joe's done. And I think Bill has 3 fans. So the rest of you 25 that are going to watch this, I'm here. I'm ready to talk. So, Joe, would you mind running through the games? Now, the game that's about to start, you don't have to announce that one.
Sure.
I'm telling you, the last 3 weeks was when you want. The last 4 weeks is when you want to make money with me. All right, that is when teams are it's pretty evident on who they are. Okay, now is when it starts to get tricky because you got players coming back off IR, you got players going on IR, and it's like I have to wait for the injury report on Sunday sometimes before I throw it.
You got to wait for the COVID report too, buddy.
Exactly, the COVID report as well. Well, the COVID report usually comes out before Sunday, we'll get into that in the Cleveland Browns game. But just understand that what I give you today, I might change 3 or 4, and I'll let you know if I do that based on the injury report. So tonight, you got the Cardinals who pulled off the Hail Mary with Deandre Hopkins, which I know Tanner Port, twice we talked about you, bro, is so happy that Houston got rid of him. So it was 1-on-3, and he got you. So we'll give Arizona their due. By the way, I picked Arizona, and that helped. That was huge. Won a lot of money with that Hail Mary. Anyways, they're going to Seattle tonight. Now, Seattle looked horrible against the Rams, which, by the way, I bet on the Rams to beat Seattle with the spread because it was a 1-point spread, and the Rams' defense is really good. Seattle's defense is really bad. And so it was like, I'm taking the home team with a good defense. And they absolutely just made Russell Wilson look like an average quarterback, which he wasn't. And you could tell, you football fans that watched that game, you could tell that there were coverages that were disguised and made Russell make mistakes. So, Bill, I know you want to agree with me, but your mic's off. Anyways, so be careful with that now betting on the Rams from now on because they saw an opportunity to pull out their cards against Seattle. They did it. But one thing they did was they gave away film to the next offensive coordinator that can now see how they scheme those defenses. But we'll see how that pans out. But tonight I'm going Seattle. Seattle with the spread. It's not a lock, but that's what I would bet on. I'm betting on Seattle money line and the over tonight at 57. That's actually what I'm betting on, just a small bet. But Seattle's got Carson coming back tonight. They have a running back coming back tonight, which nobody's paying attention to. And if they could just run the ball for 50 freaking yards, and I mean not Russell Wilson running it for 50 yards, a running back, it is going to open up Metcalf, who's DK, not DJ. Don't call him DJ. That's wrong, right? So DK Metcalf is going to have a big night tonight. And Lockett, who had 3 touchdowns for 200 yards against Arizona last time, he's playing. All right, so both these defenses, horrible. But Seattle is going to be able to control this game if Carson can play.
I know if that sentence ended with control this game, he definitely corrected himself before he said the second syllable in Detroit. He was like,
exactly.
Wait a minute, that says controlled the game. That can't be Detroit.
Detroit's been killing me, dude. I'm glad I bet them. I bet a money line last week, and thank God because they lost by half a point.
Is on 47-year-old Matt Prater's 59-yard leg. Okay, that's their whole season.
They blew a 24-point lead at home against Washington. All right, so
Nick, I'm naming my unborn son after my grandfather, who I wish was here, who can tell you it doesn't matter how you dress them up or how they look. Them sons of bitches are still the Detroit Lions, and they're going to do it to you for at least a couple of quarters.
All right, so, Joe, what's our next game? What do we got?
We have got Philly and Cleveland at 1. Philly at Cleveland.
Philly at Cleveland, and Cleveland currently is, what, a 3-point spread?
Yeah, we got Philly Cleveland -3.
All right, right now I have Cleveland in that game. All right, here's the problem with that. They have 2 guys out with COVID, right? That's for sure. Myles Garrett is out with an illness, but he's not out. He's questionable.
Mental illness?
If Myles Garrett is out, that's a tough one that I would not bet on. Philadelphia also has Zach Ertz coming back, and that's a big target for Carson Wentz. So right now I have Cleveland. So if you're desperate and have to bet on Thursday freaking night instead of waiting till Sunday to see who's playing for Cleveland, I take Cleveland right now. Well, who else we got, Joe?
We got the Falcons at the Saints. Ow! I got New Orleans -4. Listen, that's my lock, but I'm not the one picking.
We're on the same page there because I like Mr. Crab Legs, Jameis Winston. I'm a huge fan of Jameis Winston. All right, because he's a gunslinger.
Really?
That dude throws it. He's Brett Favre reincarnate. Like, that is a straight athlete. Like, I'm talking about as far as gunslinging. I'm not talking about being as accurate as Brett Favre. But he did throw for like 40 touchdowns and 35 interceptions last year. Like, he throws it. It's going downfield. It's coming. The dude was an all-American.
Bill, he would fit in around here because he sends it.
He sends it.
Whether he should or he should not.
Now, but here's why he's going to be better. Because he's watched Drew Brees. He's been in the film rooms with Drew Brees. He has a much better coach, and he's got Michael Thomas healthy. He's got Emmanuel Sanders healthy. They are going to absolutely crush the best 3-6 team in the NFL. They are going to crush Atlanta. That is my lock right there. Number 1 with the spread. Take them. All right, what's the next one?
I got distracted by my little one. I'm sorry.
Beautiful daughter. It's
fine. Yeah, right. We got Cincy at Washington, which is a pick 'em on some lines, right?
Yeah, it's pick 'em on some lines. My bookie has Washington as a 1-point favorite. This one's scary to me. It's very scary.
With fleas.
Cincinnati just is like Detroit. They just find ways to lose or tie.
Nick, what is the
I believe I called a tie. I believe I called the tie. The Bungles.
There it is.
The Bungles, right? I called the tie in week 2. Like I said, this game's going to end up in a tie. Like, if I would actually bet the tie, it would have been plus 7,000, right? Like, I would have had to bet $1 to pay off my car.
Up there.
All right.
It's up there.
But I just knew it. I was like, they're going to tie this game. They always freaking tie. They find some way to tie a game every 2 years, right? So the Bungles, I'm going with the Bungles at Washington if Joe Mixon plays. If Joe Mixon doesn't play, take Washington, okay? That's one of the things you have to wait till Sunday. It's a pick'em game. I think Mixon changes the deal, the whole landscape of the game, but we'll see. Stay away from that one, bettors. All right, what do we got next, Joe?
We got Detroit at Carolina. And listen, Carolina, I got to give my Detroit expertise just a sec. And I'm in Carolina, okay? I'm 20 minutes. I worked right next door to the stadium for the last 2 weeks. All right, listen, I'm telling you. My son, who's 9 years old, said, "Dad, what is that?" when he watched a couple of the plays from the backup quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. He was the MVP of the XFL. Teddy Bridgewater, does he risk it and go? He's not going to go. Okay, Run CMC is not going to go. You know who's going to go? Matt Stafford's going to go. Matt Prater's 74-year-old leg is going to make the trip. And I like Detroit +2.
Yeah, I got Detroit picked in this game. But again, watch the injury report. Watch if Matt Stafford goes out. God, stay away from this one too. What an ugly injury game. And he's played through a hurt hand before, Stafford has, and it wasn't pretty. So it's one of those things where, you want to grit it out. We love it, but, and why the hell do they keep handing the ball off to Adrian Peterson and throwing him the ball? You drafted Swift. Swift is a monster. He dropped the one pass that could have easily made Detroit above 500, right? But give Swift the ball. Throw it to him.
Because that team is destined to shoot themselves in the foot.
Nick,
forever.
Why is Peterson catching passes?
Nick, tell our viewers how the Detroit Lions used Reggie Bush. I'll wait.
I'm still waiting to see how they used him. I don't know. They used him as a running back. I don't know, but not as just garbage. So if Stafford plays, take Detroit. I'm thinking about that one, but I gotta wait. So what's the next one?
Oh, we've got was it New England at Houston?
Lock, absolute lock. Houston is freaking underdog by 1. Right? I don't know if that spread's got jumped since my money. I put money on that game instantly when the line came out because I wasn't waiting for the change on that one. All right. Cam was out with COVID for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. When he came back, I forget who they got smacked at home by, some crappy team, but he couldn't throw the ball accurately because he was rusty. I remember when Aaron Rodgers had 2.5 weeks off, went into the playoff game and couldn't throw accurately. Right? They missed that timing. They missed that practice. They need that practice. Cam is back. He is going to absolutely destroy the Houston Texans. So right now, Cam, lock, New England, 100%. Forget about it. Over. Dunskies. Next card.
That is some. We got Pittsburgh at Jacksonville, and the line that I saw was Pittsburgh -10.
Here's the third team of my 5-teamer that I have. Take Pittsburgh with the spread.
Yeah, it just jumped to 10.5 on my bookie.
Yeah, they are talking about a letdown game, but I don't know if you noticed the banter between the college conferences that the head coach is talking about and that Ben Roethlisberger. He's like, "Hey, we're not playing some MAC team, and then Roethlisberger's like, "Whoa, what are you talking about the MAC?" So because that's where Ben Roethlisberger came from, and he goes, "Let's see where." I forget, where did he play for, Stephen F. Austin, or he played for William & Mary. So it's let's see what conference they're in, right? So they're having a great time. They have phenomenal young weapons, again, proving the point that you don't pay for a big receiver, that you just don't. You don't spend the money on them. You just find the next youngest, fastest guy, and if he can, as long as he knows how to read an offense and listen to audibles, it's good. Put that in your parlay. Put that in your 3-teamer. Take the 10 points. They're gonna just, and especially with the letdown with Jacksonville at Green Bay last week, which I did not put Green Bay in a lock, even though a lot of people thought they would. Just Jacksonville came to play as hard as they freaking could and didn't come out, and they're gonna get crushed. All right, next game. What we got?
We got your boys, Green Bay at Indy.
That's a tough one.
Got Green Bay minus 2.5. The Aaron Rodgers factor.
You should have Indianapolis as favored there.
Plus 2.5. My fault.
Yeah, Indy is -2.
My fault. That actually moved. I just had this set up wrong.
I don't touch this game
right now. Has Indy at -130.
Yeah, I don't take this game betting. I don't touch this game. This has a potential to be an absolute blowout on the Packers side. They might come really hard here because I don't think they showed a lot last week. I don't think they part a lot of blitz packages. I don't think they didn't show much because they thought they could just kind of beat Jacksonville, and Jacksonville brought everything they had.
Man, I do.
Yeah,
I like them. Yeah,
you like Green Bay?
I like Green Bay to at least win by a touchdown. Yep.
But I don't think anybody wants the Colts right now.
Well, listen, it's the Aaron Rodgers factor, man. The guy has got like one of the weirdest personalities of a quarterback I've ever seen. It's like Nick says, you can see him pouting, but they drafted another quarterback, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, yeah, I got like 3 more seasons in me. I'm going to show you guys real quick." And I just don't see him having 2 bad games in a row, or 2 letdown games. I don't see the team having.
Well, he didn't have a bad game.
No, I'm saying he didn't. I'm saying, but I don't see them losing 2 games in a row with the way they're playing.
And they're also keeping Aaron Jones kind of on the back burner because he's kind of playing through some nagging injuries. And if he's ready to go wild this weekend, like I said, this has the potential to be a Packer blowout. But something stinks about this game, so I don't want to touch it. So I'm not going to bet on it, but I got the Pack. I got the Pack winning. So what's the next one?
We got Dallas at Minnesota. Yuck.
Okay, put this in your parlay.
We got Minnesota minus 9.5.
Yeah, it started at 7. So I got them as money line. Go Minnesota money line. You never know which Minnesota team's going to show up, but they're good enough to win. Hands down.
I don't see Kirk Cousins being worthy of me betting him to blow out anyone.
Right.
He's just one of those guys.
Well, Minnesota's going to hand the ball off. They're going to give it to Dalvin Cook. Either Dalvin Cook breaks 4 of them for big scores like he did against the Packers.
Tick.
Right. And I won my Pick'em League with 60 people in it last week, and everybody picked the average spread in that game. And I mean the average total, the over-under, and I went way under because I was like – Chicago's not going to move the ball, and their defense is good enough to stop Dalvin from scoring. The worst thing that Minnesota could have done was kick the damn ball off last week. The idiots kicked that to Cordell Patterson, turn it for a touchdown. But, yeah, my over-under I picked was 34. I was pretty close. I believe it was 19-13. So,
wow.
So that's how I won that league.
All right.
That was crazy.
We got KC at Vegas.
Okay, this is a weird game with Vegas. Not Vegas, the team. But it opened up at Vegas being a 7-point dog, and now Vegas is an 8-point dog. It might even be jumping 8.5. Vegas beat Kansas City at Kansas City. So
what do they know then?
What does Vegas know? Or is there going to be some COVID outbreak tomorrow that we don't know about? Watch the injury report. I would take KC money line. I would take Vegas with the spread if I was going to bet on that game. But I'm not going to bet on that one right now. I got KC to win it, but watch out for that one. What's the next one?
We got Miami and
at the Broncos.
Denver. At Denver.
Miami's been making me a lot of money.
Like a pick 'em, isn't it?
I believe Miami's a 3.5-point favorite. Yeah. So.
Whoa.
Yeah, Miami made me a lot of money last week, made me a lot of money the week prior. They got their cornerbacks back. They spent a lot of money on their secondary. They got some studs back there. And Drew Lock throws dumb passes. Don't even know if he's going to play, but Miami is going to run this team
Never heard
off
of
the
him.
table. Never heard of him. So, yeah, Miami's another one I'm betting on. That is number 4. All right, number 4 of 5. So, what's the next one? We got Jets at the Chargers.
Yeah, we get New York at LA.
Yeah, bet Chargers money. Bet Chargers money line.
Minus 10.5.
Yeah, bet Chargers money line. Jets have all of their receivers back. People don't realize that.
Justin Herbert has great hair, though, Nick. You seen that shit?
I don't care. The Jets
It's got a nice sheen.
The Jets took New England to the wire because they have all of their weapons back. So the Jets this is a time where you can start sneaking some money. You know, if you have an extra 15, 20, 30 bucks you want to put on, you know, money line Jets just for fun, this would be the one to do it. The Jets, this is upset alert. Watch out. I'm picking the Chargers, but I'm telling you, Jets got their weapons back. Watch out. They have playmakers. They have home run hitters. So Perryman's back. I forget the other receiver's name, but he's a freaking stud. They're back. I think that brings us to Monday night.
Has him at a plus 9.5.
Yeah, that's Monday night. That's Monday night. The game that my son has pre-asked to stay up late for because he can't miss Tom Brady if he's on TV. The Rams against the Buccaneers.
And now here's the trick. This is the 5th game of my parlay for the weekend. Take Tampa Bay money line in your parlay. So if you hit those 4 games before Monday night, then you hedge your bet, which I taught Joe what that was, no big deal. You hedge your bet with the Rams with the spread. And then there's a chance that you hit both of those bets. So if Tampa Bay wins by 3, guess what? You won the Rams bet, you won the Tampa Bay money line, and you won your whole parlay. All right? So,
yeah, I actually 100% agree with that. I was gonna say I like the Rams plus 3.5. I like New England to win by a field goal or a point. Either way.
Here's the thing that I see for real. If you just want to bet that game straight up, I got Tampa. I think Tampa's going to beat them by a touchdown. Rams defense is no joke. None. It's not a joke at all. You can't mess with them. However, like I said, they showed all of their cards on Sunday. They showed all of their packages. They showed their blitzes. They showed their coverage. Their little – and Tom Brady, I don't like Tom Brady physically. I don't like Tom Brady as a top 10 quarterback of, like, actual quarterback skills. But Tom Brady will watch that film. Tom Brady will watch that film longer than most quarterbacks. Tom Brady will know what's going on. And with Jones and his 98-yard touchdown run, if he's healthy, I mean, again – you just run the ball down, get him tired, and then pass. That's simple.
Tom Brady will watch that film until he knows what your mother-in-law had for dinner last week.
Right, and then we did miss one game. We missed the one that I don't want to pick at all. That's Tennessee at Baltimore.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah, man, what's with that line?
Again, the line started at 8. Baltimore was favored by 8. And I was like, what? I almost threw money immediately on Tennessee.
They know who's carrying the ball for Tennessee?
The line is down to 5.
Henry is a tank. Henry is playing like a tank right now.
The line is down to 5. Okay, so the money, when people saw that 8-point line, I bet you millionaires started dumping money on that line. And Vegas is like, shit. And so they started putting it down. I have a $25 bet on an 8 points on Tennessee getting 8 points. I don't like Lamar Jackson as a quarterback.
Hey, were you good?
I've been all over social media talking about it.
What
I like.
You all right?
Joe's daughter must be hurt. She okay?
Sorry about that. Yeah,
okay?
Something fell.
Okay, all right. Did she break one of your like trophies from high school?
No, she's carrying my onboard child and cooking dinner, so I thought I'd be a gentleman and check on her. But if you don't think I should, I'm sorry.
That's the last time you won something, so I didn't know if you were like
what's that
upset.
No? Wait, what?
I said that's the last time you won something. So maybe she felt really bad that she dropped it because it's like shit.
I didn't know they made 9th place ribbons, Nick. That's nice. I like those.
I love Lamar Jackson as a football player. I love watching him play football. I've said it before. He's not a good quarterback. He's not. He literally goes on camera and says, the defense is calling out our plays. Yeah, because you're running a high school offense. You're running zone option. Like
what happens when you run the wing T, Lamar.
Right. I could sit there and call your play out. And I haven't played a competitive football game in 20 years. right? Like, so it's like that. Yeah, you're going to run zone read to the left because you got a numbers match up there, and that's what you're going to do, right? And so they shift the defense over, and that's what they do. But he proves that he can't throw the ball accurately. It sucks because you want to see the kid succeed because he's a good kid. But I take Baltimore money line. I take them, but that's what I'm betting on. But Tennessee is going to make this a game. They always make it a game because they got Derrick Henry. And Ryan Tannehill is worth every penny you pay a $20 million quarterback. Not 25 or 30, all right? But Ryan Tannehill is worth $20 million because he's not going to lose. He's not going to
20 million second tier now.
Yeah, he's not going to lose you the game. Right? He's not. In fact, once you start sleeping on him, he'll light your ass up. And because he's got A.J. Brown, it will happen. Right? So just go ahead and keep bringing it 8-9 in the box, and then he's going to throw a slant pass to Brown, and Brown's going to break it. So we'll see how this team matches up. We'll see how they do. But I'm going to go Baltimore money line on that one. Don't touch the spread on that. If you got it at 8 like I did, that's what you wanted. I think Vegas is starting to make this the game it should be. Probably about a 3-point spread. That's what it'll be at by Sunday. So with that, Trash Talkers, appreciate you listening. And cheers to 10th Mountain Whiskey. I'm gonna drink some more of that. And then Bill, his face is all red because he's getting ready for a 50-miler run for Gold Star Century Team. So throw a plug in there, Bill, for Gold Star Century Team, and then I'll give you the last word because you're the champ right now.
Hey, again, go to my Instagram. We got Facebook. We got all over the place, Gold Star Century Team. We just got shirts in, paid for by Gold Star Century Team. Again, donate if you can. As all the money goes straight to helping Gold Star teen kids go on different trips, leadership academies, scuba, hunting, all that stuff. Obviously, COVID has hindered it. So I'll be doing another 50-miler run. I may have to do it by myself because the other guys have Army stuff going on. But 50-milers through Moab, Utah. It's going to be brutal, but we're going to live stream it as much as we can so everybody can watch me hating my life at the different breaks. But again, Gold Star Century Team, go there or go straight to my our Instagram or Facebook. Gold Star Century Team, support these kids as much as you can.
That's awesome. And Bill, just watch out for those Mormons on the bicycles. They're going to try to save you on that run in Utah. So just chill out with that.
Tell them stay tuned for Bill and I's parlays before Saturday.
Yes, make sure you check out our Facebook page. That being said as well, we are going to release a video that I made today, which is obviously epic because that's all I ever make. But we are going to do a contest. We're going to give away one of our signature shirts, or you can pick one of our 22 series, and you can get our Trash Talk button. All right, but we're going to build a community. We're going to start a newsletter. So that's coming out to where we get your email, because a lot of people don't like Facebook. A lot of people don't like YouTube. So sign up on the email, and then we're going to start sending you out with information from our sponsors, information from our podcast, and what we got going on. It's going to be a big step in the right direction for our team. Again, we are for profit. We want to build the biggest army in the world of veterans, and guess what? That takes funding. So we're going to need that money. So buy our stuff. And when you see this logo, we want everybody eventually is going to know that when you see the dumpster fire and the beer cans, that you're here to stop veteran suicide. So we'll see you guys on Saturday. Have a great night.